Hi everybody, I'm Heather Dawson. Back to school seems to be the theme of the week. So as always, let's start off our show with a quick look at the best headlines throughout California. Cypress, Santa Cruz, La Jolla, and Cerritos are home to 4 of the top 10 high schools in the country, as ranked by the new U.S. News and World Report. Now this gives California more top 10 schools than any other state. Well, no objections here. We're happy to report that classes started this week for UC Irvine's brand new law school, the UC School of Law. Now, the university was able to pick the very best for its inaugural class by offering free tuition. Pasadena and Palo Alto, now 2 not-so-new California universities, made the grade this week, landing in the top 10 with the release of U.S. News' annual Best American Colleges list. California Institute of Technology and Stanford University tied for the 4th spot, coming in behind only Harvard, Princeton, and Yale. Well, topping another U.S. News list this week was San Jose, who scored a spot on America's 10 best places to grow up. Year-round sunshine, lots of kid-friendly activities, and the title of the country's safest big city helped get the capital of Silicon Valley high on the list. Coachella Valley, going back to school this week was a little easier for thousands of La Quinta students thanks to the kindness of strangers. Kids began lining up a day in advance for free school supplies from the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission. Fresno, the city is getting a lesson in horticulture as it starts its first community garden. Now, families will benefit from the fresh produce harvested from the 90 plots that cost $2 to register and just $3 a month to maintain. Bakersfield, teachers have been paying out of pocket for their classroom supplies for years. Well, this year, teachers are getting financial help from local families. This is the first time schools in the area are sending home supply lists to the students. Well, if you're one of the millions of dog owners in this country, I'm sure you've heard of Cesar Millan. Our very own J.R. Ibarra had a chance to catch up with the Dog Whisperer.
They might be man's best friend, but sometimes they can be a little hard to handle. That's where Cesar Millan has generated a strong following on television as the Dog Whisperer. Recently, with a few thousand fans on hand, Cesar made a guest appearance at the first annual Pet Expo in historic downtown Upland, where we had a chance to get a quick snapshot of his passionate work with our furry canine friends.
I was 13 years old when I told my mom that I want to be the best dog trainer in the world. I was going to a judo competition in Mazatlan. And my mom, as most of moms, just turn around and say, of course you can do whatever you want. And I believe her. So, but I grew up on a farm, and that's what I learned most of what I know. To work with Mother Nature, not against Mother Nature. Then I came to America and learned that most of the people in America were working against Mother Nature, so they had problems with dogs, and thanks to that, I have a TV show.
After 6 successful seasons, his popular television show is now seen in over 80 countries. And it's Millan's wisdom and keen understanding of dogs which has captivated his audience. But he says his ability is all part of knowing how to relate to a dog's specific nature.
I think the understanding that I can't work against their nature. I love a dog the way I love my children and my wife, but I don't treat them like humans. I actually honor their psychology, their identity, and so I keep them being themselves.
Cesar's love of working with dogs comes down to his admiration of how a dog can simply enjoy all of life.
What do I love more about working with dogs is really not about the past or the future. Is what it is right there in front of you, so enjoying what you have. I embrace their philosophy, which is have fun with every single step you give and every second of life, Dogs celebrate every single day. It's just amazing to see a dog. They don't know we're going through what we're going through, and economically speaking, they're just happy. That's what I love the most.
Bringing you the best of California. From Upland, this is J.R. Ibarra.
Staycation seems to be the catchphrase of the summer, but some Bay Area residents didn't have to take a trip to experience a new culture. Monique Sultani shows us how one San Francisco area hula dance school brought Hawaii to the Bay, and why some of the nation's best hula dancers were dancing in the streets, literally.
We're here in the heart of San Francisco at Union Square, where on a Saturday afternoon, anything can happen.
Today we're doing our hit and run hula. We have been commissioned by a group to come out here and do hulas throughout the city of San Francisco. So we've started over at the Embarcadero Center. We've already been at Pier 39. We're here at Union Square. We're going to be going throughout other locations throughout the city.
The concept? Dozens of hula dancers ambush audiences with spontaneous performances.
I love it. I looked around on the crowd and everybody was smiling and so many people were surprised, and then Julia noticed there was a couple of
tourists who were trying to get their picture, not realizing that this was happening, and then they're like, oh, and then they wanted, afterwards they were so happy they got their pictures with all the dancers.
Sightseers and students of all ages filled these streets with smiles on their faces and cell phones in their hands.
They are on Twitter, and I'm following their tweets, which say where they are and when they're arriving at the next place.
Oh, I'm twittering about it, actually, and I just twittered back out some photos because it was just great.
From the Hawaiian Islands to the streets of San Francisco, the spirit of aloha is alive and uplifting.
Hula dancing is for everybody, and it is the way for us to express ourselves and to really show what our culture is all about and to share it with everybody here in San Francisco.
I think it's incredibly important, and I think one of the great aspects of the Hawaiian culture is aloha, which is a really sharing of love, and hula is one of the ways in which that manifests itself, and one of the ways that you can share and learn.
Aloha can mean many things, from a greeting to peace and love. But no matter how you interpret it, you can certainly feel it today, as one group of dancers touched so many hearts in San Francisco. Bringing you the best in California, from San Francisco, I'm Monique Saltani.
Now that the kids are back in school, the chaos has probably begun. Between homework, reading, and after-school activities, it can be a lot to juggle. Fortunately, we have tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch here with some smart solutions to help your family handle it all. Hi Carley, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me. And I partnered with some great brands that are going to help families stay organized and stress-free this fall.
So Carley, what are some of your favorite devices this school season?
Yeah, well, first, busy parents are going to love this new note-taking companion that feels like writing on real paper. It's the Kindle Scribe, a digital notebook that lets you take notes, create to-do lists, and plan your week all in one place. You can convert handwritten notes to text and summarize your notes with AI. Plus, you can now write in the margins of books or on documents or PDFs you're reading, so you can take notes wherever inspiration strikes. And then every year, I feel like backpacks are getting heavier and heavier, so these Kindle Kids devices can help. They're a light, portable way to carry thousands of books in one. Every device comes with a subscription to Amazon Kids Plus for access to all the books that kids love, like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, or Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Plus, you get a kid-friendly case, built-in parental controls, weeks of battery life, and a glare-free screen that's easy on all those little eyes.
I love these solutions, and for families working and studying at home, internet speed is sometimes always a challenge. What are solutions out there to keep everyone connected?
Yeah, you know, kids are doing their homework on devices these days, so it's critical to have a home network with the speed that they need. The Eero 7 gives you fast, reliable internet for streaming, studying, and working in apartments and homes. And the Eero Pro 7 is designed for busier households or small to medium businesses that need to support lots of devices at once. Both feature true mesh technology, eliminating dead spots and finding you the fastest connection in every corner of your home.
Yes, and peace of mind is priceless this time of year. Any tech to help us with that?
Yeah, you know, whether you're keeping an eye out for school supply deliveries or you just want to say hi to your kid when they get home from school, the Blink video doorbell has you covered this school season. It's super easy to set up. It gives you a full view of your porch. And with two-way talk, you can chat with whoever is at the door. And for just $69.99, it runs on battery for up to 2 years. So it's a great value and gives you that peace of mind.
Well, these are some life-changing items. Where can we go for more information?
Yeah, for more information on everything I covered today, you can head over to inthenews.tv.
I'm Ava Lynn with Coast to Coast. Thank you so much for joining us today, Carley.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to Coast. I'm Lisa Spalla. Autumn can bring crisp air, colorful foliage, but it can also create challenges for eye health due to dry indoor heat, ragweed allergens, and increased screen time. Joining us here today is optometrist Dr. Elise Kramer, who's teaming up with TheraTears to share timely tips for dry eye sufferers. Welcome, Dr. Kramer.
Thank you. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much. I have lots of questions. First, why is it important to address eye care, especially during the fall season?
Yeah, so eye care is related to overall health, and the fall is so beautiful, right? I love the fall. It's honestly one of my favorite seasons, but as you mentioned, it does bring that dry indoor heat, low humidity situations, ragweed, allergens, and excessive screen use, right? And so that's why I've partnered with TheraTears to remind everyone that caring for dry eyes isn't just about comfort, it's really about finding solutions for long-lasting relief.
The term "it's a science," what makes that phrase so important for eye care?
So It's a Science captures how TheraTears is more than just soothing drops. It really delivers all 5 critical electrolytes in a science-backed formula that mirrors your natural tears. So in our tears, we have electrolytes like calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, and bicarbonate. And TheraTears formulations have these electrolytes which help restore balance and hydration to the ocular surface. And that can really help even when things get really bad. Electrolytes are really the unsung heroes of your natural tears. So think of your tears or your tear film as a delicate ecosystem. When it's out of balance and your eyes lose water, you feel the burn. And TheraTears is really the only over-the-counter dry eye drop with those 5 vital electrolytes, and that formula restores moisture and balance. So you're not just covering something up, you're really replenishing what's missing on the ocular surface.
So when it comes to eye care in general, what are some other solutions that you would suggest?
Everyone is so different and every eye is different, and TheraTears addresses that with options like preservative-free drops. They've got also gel formulas for overnight relief and products for everyday, all-day relief, and that range really allows people to choose what works best for their lifestyle.
Such great tips, especially for indoor when we're always outdoor, especially, but also indoors when we're on our screens all the time. So thank you for that. And where can we get some more information?
Yeah, so you can check out theratears.com for more information and resources. That's THERA-tears.com.
Thank you, Dr. Elise Kramer, for that information. And for Coast to Coast, I'm Lisa Spalla.
From a spectator's perspective, watching kart racer Eric Lazar on the racetrack would give anyone the impression that he's just one of the regulars who enjoys his weekly dose of adrenaline. But off of the track, you get a better picture of the challenges Eric has faced and has overcome as a disabled racer. Having been confined to a wheelchair for about 7 years, Eric has now created an organization that helps others with disabilities get that same sense of freedom that he has found in kart racing.
Well, I just started this recently, Karting to Live, in 2009, to get people in wheelchairs, amputees, people that need to drive with hand controls. It'll get you out of the wheelchair for one, and I think it's just equal leveling field, you know. They don't know we're in a wheelchair when they're on the go-kart in this track. So it's just another go-kart driver.
With the use of specially made hand controls for his race karts, Eric's organization is reaching out to those who are confined to wheelchairs and giving them an experience that many consider life-changing.
Finding this and Eric being good enough to bring this to the handicapped community, I speak for everybody when I say we are beyond grateful, because just coming out here today and feeling this, I've got the feeling of almost being uninjured again. And when I'm out there on the track, I'm out there thinking about racing. I'm not out there thinking about my injury and you know what's wrong in my life.
Just liberating. You know, there aren't many things out there that we let us go all out in a similar sense the way we were before our injury. So I mean, it's it just brings that excitement back again that a lot of us have been lacking in life.
It's kind of life-changing. It's one of those things that you still feel like a person you don't come out and do things that other people do. You get to enjoy normal things in a way. So it's great fun.
The long-term goal for Eric and Karting to Live is to continue to grow in its outreach to the disabled, and especially those who have been injured while serving in the military. Till then, Eric says he will do all he can in giving others the opportunity to feel the freedom of racing while fulfilling his own dreams.
This is my dream. This is what I'm trying to do, get these guys in go-karts, as many as possible. These guys are quadriplegic. They don't have the hands that I do, yet they're out here doing something that they were told they probably couldn't be able to do. So, yeah, my dreams are coming true, slowly but surely.
Bringing you the best of California. From Fontana, this is J.R. Ibarra.
The 31st annual mooning of the Amtrak's beginnings aren't clear, probably because it started at a bar. But it's said that a patron at Mugs Away Saloon vowed to buy his friends drinks if they could moon the oncoming train. Safe to say, they all got hammered. So decades later, the event has become the official mooning mecca of Orange County. Carol Wickenheiser even brought her granddaughter this year.
I can say I went mooning with my grandma now.
And what better place to take someone out on a second date?
I'm okay with it.
She's pretty liberal.
Yeah, there you go.
She has her pants off most of the day.
Why not bring out the whole family? Even the dog joined in. But once again, the police presence was heavy, a little too much for some.
Harmless tradition.
And they're wasting an awful lot of taxpayers' money on the police, and the security is ridiculous.
With a small showing this year, it's unknown whether or not the Amtrak mooning will have enough cheeks to continue. Bringing you the best of California from Laguna Niguel, I'm Jonathan Camus.
While CES 2024 is not technically an auto show, the automotive industry makes up a giant part of the show's footprint. More than 600 exhibitors are here from the automotive space, including manufacturers, suppliers, startup companies, and more. Hyundai Mobis debuted their new Mobiond electric vehicle with its next-generation e-corner system motion technology. It enables the car to make sideways and diagonal motion, as well as pivot turns. Wow! I'm told each of the 4 wheels are individually controlled. Honda showed off 2 new concept vehicles, the Space Hub and the Saloon. The Japanese automaker announced it will launch the Honda Zero Series beginning in 2026. The Saloon is being called the flagship concept model of the new Honda Zero Series. It embodies the new thin, light, and wise approach. On the inside is an instrument panel with a human-machine interface for a seamless user interface. The Saloon features a low height and sporty styling. Meanwhile, the Space Hub was developed under the theme of augmenting people's daily lives. It offers a flexible space that accommodates what users want to do and becomes a hub that connects people to people and society.
First and foremost, transformable experience defines mobility as a personalized private space which can be transformed according to a passenger's needs. Next is the explorable experience. In the future, mobility will understand the context of each journey and our preferences, allowing us to have more enriched and delightful experiences. And last but not least is the relaxable experience. Imagine a car caring for our physical and mental well-being, ensuring them to be in their best conditions.
Bringing you the best of Coast to Coast from CES 2024 in Las Vegas, I'm Jason Rasidlo reporting.
And that'll do it for us. If you missed any part of our show, please go to our website. We'll see you next time.